Hi everyone, I'm in my house. I'm shooting from inside of my home, the home I just recently moved into, and I just recently got married, so this is the way it is. And I want to talk about where I was and where I am now, and what I think is important for every single person, whether you're single, you're married, you have children, whatever the case, or even if you live at home with your parents. I think this is really important. Prior to moving in with my husband in our current home, I had a one bedroom apartment that I loved, and it was my space. No one else lived there, and I didn't have to share my space with anyone. So I made it my own, and it was fantastic. But the only thing sometimes that caused a disruption in my peace was the fact that I lived in a one bedroom apartment, and there were eight one bedroom apartments in my building. And the girl across the hall is someone that I talked to when I left my apartment or whatever the case was, but she felt like she had the right to knock on my door anytime she wanted, even if she just wanted to sit outside my apartment on the stairs and talk. And I have a hard time saying no to people. And I, for some odd reason, feel like if you call, text, knock on the door, I have to give of you my time, my energy, my attention, etc. And and that's on me. I can't blame anyone else. And so that's just the way it was. So a lot of my time was interrupted with whatever, with whatever. So I did have my own space. I had my own apartment, but there were interruptions. And so like I said, I met my husband, moved out. We have a three-bedroom on half an acre. Next to us is a marsh. On the other side of us, we have neighbors. They own four lots. So we each have our space out here, and I finally have peace and quiet. And I don't really have to work for it, but for the fact we have two dogs that do take up my time and energy and, need my attention. But there are times that they don't need me and they're just very quiet, like the way they are now. Well, what I think is really important for everyone is that we all get our own individual space where we can just sit, relax, listen to nature, or listen to music, or read a book, or create something. It's where you allow your mind to rest and recuperate, regenerate, and recover. And I have a cuckoo clock too, so it does tick, and a lot of times I don't even remember it's there. But I just want to talk about the fact that if you want to have your own space, and you have not had your own space as of yet, you have to work for it. And if you're married and you haven't had your own space, you have to find a space, whether it's outside, in the basement. You may have to go in your vehicle to get your own space. You just have to find it. You have to demand it. You have to work for it. You have to tell your spouse, maybe for the first time in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, I need some space. I need some space from you. I need some space from the kids. I need some space for myself so I can inhale and exhale. Because that's really important. As much as we don't want to say it's important. This is the thing, as you were an individual before you became a wife, before you became a mom. Maybe if you were raised in a large family, you never had your own space and you never had a little nook for yourself. So maybe you're not used to it. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe it's not in your cards. But if that's something you have so desired for so long and something you've always wanted, that's something you deserve. And for me, I'm very fortunate because it's not just because I'm retired, but it's because I am with someone who also needs his own space, whether he is going fishing, going hunting, he needs time for himself too. So when he's enjoying his space or I'm enjoying my space, we each go off and do our own thing, and it makes for a very cohesive relationship. We can enjoy one another more. He goes to work. He's not going to be retired for a while, but we can enjoy one another because we're not together 24/7. On the weekends, sometimes we are, but that's okay. So, anyways, that's all I wanted to say is work for your peace, work for your space, set up a little nook for yourself. Even if you have to walk outside into the backyard and you build not necessarily a she shed, but a little tent. Tents aren't that expensive at the store. You can get a decent tent, or maybe you can go to a an estate sale or whatever and find a tent at an estate sale, or just a little place. Even if you go outside and you set up a little table and a table and a chair, and you say to your kids, when I'm sitting out here, I need time. This is mommy's time. This is my space. The sooner you can do it, the better, because if you don't instill this in your children, if you don't instill boundaries, and you don't tell them the importance of you having your own time, they will never grant it to you. If you have given to your children, and now you're finally taking some time back for yourself, you may be called selfish. How dare you? We need you. I'm hurt. So and so fell. If you need to, get a babysitter. If you can swap babysitting with other people, that's even better. But find a space. Inhale, exhale. Learn how to yoga breathe. It's amazing. But do it for yourself. It makes for you to be a better mother, a better wife, a better sister, a better daughter. All around, it will improve your health. It will decrease stress, decrease all the stimuli you are not forced to, but you've chosen to be a part of. And take it in. Take in some fresh air. Take in the beauty of the outdoors. Give yourself a little break and enjoy it. That's all there is to it. I'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.